Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold-out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Indianapolis Colts and the Kansas City Chiefs. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First and 10, it's Jackson. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down. Stevenson will get this one to McFarland out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, Stevenson. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage, but now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, he'll have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Chiefs will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0. after the touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Taylor. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. To throw is Jackson. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down.
He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete.
And he'll go down at the 28. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll make it a 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. That catch good for only a couple. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36. A gain of about 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Back to throw. Stevenson. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down. the play fake. Stevenson looking for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game, you know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
From the gun on third down, Stevenson got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Chiefs are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Chiefs 14, Colts.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On second down, it's Taylor. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Play action. It's Jackson. Flush to his right.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now we give to Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Now it's Jackson. They'll get this off to Taylor. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. This is caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor punching it in from a yard away. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Now the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Off play action. Stevenson. He's going to air one out. It got his man complete. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big play there for KC.
Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
On first down, Stevenson. He's going to let it go again. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
To throw again, Stevenson. Trying to improvise. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Play action. Now Jackson. Now he's flushed out right.
That's complete to his running back, Taylor.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
From the 24, Jackson. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Jackson will throw again. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
third down, Jackson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off near the 34. There he goes, left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
With only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And that is incomplete. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Plenty of adjustments likely being made by both teams in their respective locker rooms. To find out who advances to the divisional round, let's get you back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game.
From the 6, and his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
It's a big play there for the Chiefs. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Stevenson. Escaping the pressure right. This one caught by Kittle. And he's taken down inside the 30. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the gun on 3rd down. Stevenson. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Quiddy Pay able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. Packers kick here is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Griffin. They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Jackson now.
He'll check this one down to Taylor.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. From the gun, Jackson.
This will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
To throw again is Jackson. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Buying time to his left. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Very nicely done there on the reception, and what an impact this rookie made on this offense, Charles, in the regular season.
Yeah, he's a big part of why they are where they are. He stepped into an important role, embraced it, and in a lot of ways expanded it, and immediately made a connection with his quarterback.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. On 2nd and 2, Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
They'll run here with Taylor.
Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. This is the most important of them all. 3rd and goal. They go play action now. Jackson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. There to make the grab.
And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Jackson here is going to look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Shepard. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Stevenson. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets them down to the 6-yard line.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon. At this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
McCaffrey.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
A 15-point game now. You make the extra point, and that means on the other side you need 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. That's a pretty tall order here in the fourth quarter.
Agreed, because they really needed to come up with a stop there, and even if it was just to hold them to a field goal. Now they need to pull out the lucky horseshoe because they've got to get an onside kick, and we've seen nowadays those are incredibly difficult to come by.
Yeah, not to mention they got to get the touchdown and a 2-point conversion first.
They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off.
And the Colts are right back in this football game.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Chris Jones on the stop.
2nd and 10.
Now Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
You definitely would have liked to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them. to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. McCaffrey following the penalty. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.